Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now Bridgewater. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. Open man is born. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Willis. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Off the play fake. Willis. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
At the Steelers 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Teddy on the keeper. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. On third down, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. These two teams all tied after one. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Off play action. Willis. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Rosa's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And a gamble pays off. They get the first. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Four yards remain for second down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Finding Williams once more, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Willis. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone.
Hello.
He got there in a hurry.
Can you hear me?
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14
Just make sure I have it the right way.
-10.
Yo, gonna be like nobody at Christmas, huh?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the
Maybe.
kick is away.
Not Josh though.
Jones.
Yeah, Josh isn't sick, I
And he'll get
guess.
it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I bet he's lying.
The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing after the interception. Willis. Buying time to his left. And some room to maneuver. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Last drive, remember, similar
Goated.
situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take.
Yeah, that was a great movie. I don't know about best movie ever, like you said, but great movie.